Alright, so I got the YouTube tape going so that there's a backup. I won't be looking at that camera, I'll be looking at the live stream camera from Twitch. I feel ridiculous because I'm holding two iPhones up right now and recording myself. But let's do a little bit of a recap. Man, how should we do this? Because we could really go in depth. The reason being, I have the benefit of the live tweet that we do on Twitter as a resource, and we could always draw to that, but I just don't know how it would scroll. I think we're going to cover all bases, like the most thorough recap ever. Because it's Twitch, you guys on Twitch are used to live streams that are of video gamers that play for like 4 hours. So this should be a blink of an eye for you guys. So and I'm gonna sacrifice the YouTube tape for it. I hope. I've got the expensive mic is on the YouTube one. So if anything, you'll have good audio, whereas the Twitch people will get to see me live, but they're likely to not be able to watch most of it because it doesn't save. It only saves like 10% of it. All right, so I'm looking at my Twitter timeline, and I'm reminded that before the game, Alessia Cara was announced as the singer for the national anthem for Canada. She's one of my favorite, if not most favorite, vocalists right now, because just the songwriting skills, and then the ability to put it all together. A lot of talent there, but I always have the most respect for the guys and gals coming up on the music scene who can write, who can write good lyrics. There's only so many. Whether they're pop artists or not, artists that come to mind are like Pink. Like every song she has important lyrics. So I feel like Alessia is on that level. Of course, they're more popular singers, but I just don't like their songwriting as much. That's my 2 cents. So I was really excited when I saw her, and I came onto the floor of it was just a zoo. If you were on my Instagram, Let's Go Warriors, you know that outside was Jurassic Park, and it was just a zoo. It's so busy, and I think one of the main problems I was having again was with Twitch and technology and Wi-Fi. It was just Starbucks Wi-Fi is awesome actually, but with so many people there, it was bogged down, and I couldn't get my pre-game upload on there. So on the Twitter timeline, you saw that I had a couple things from morning shoot around that kind of got in the way of the pregame, and that contributed to me missing the rehearsal, which was a shame, because it turns out that everyone in the arena, not to fast forward too far, but they sang the national anthem, and Alessia was like, sing it as she should, but that means she wasn't singing it. And so whoever got to see the rehearsal, I'm so jealous, because you got to see her do a rare performance that she didn't even do on national TV, because it was the arena that sung the national anthem. All right, so that is your first thing about this game that you will not hear on any other podcast, any other recap. This is really behind the scenes for you, and I want to do it that way, give you something different. I've always been the guy who does stuff different. All right, so YouTube, bear with me while I scroll through. Then we got to see guys walking in. I was a little late to that too, but Boogie walked in. Steph, he was wearing some, man, what did they call it? Oh man, I forgot how they, I can't even describe it. But you guys got to go check that out. It's up, should all be all over social media. But man, what the heck was he wearing? That's some bold stuff. What else do I remember? Just Clay sauntering in by himself because Boogie took the first bus. He usually does. Followed by Draymond. Draymond followed Clay. Usually it's KD in that bunch. And KD's obviously injured, and I did not see him walk off the team bus into the locker room. So we're sticking on pregame here. I recorded a lot of guys. I hate to fast forward one more time, but I told oh man, hey, TT Heads, thanks for chiming in. He goes, did you notice that Drake changed sweaters at halftime? I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm sorry that I keep cutting in and out because the Twitch app doesn't work on Wi-Fi for me. It only works on the cellular. So maybe you should check out the YouTube thing. See, look, I'm recording this in its entirety. We're already on 7 minutes. It's going to be probably 20-minute thing. All right, back to Drake's hoodie. So Drake shows up, right? And I see on social media, I didn't see it myself, but he was wearing Macaulay Culkin. Is that how you pronounce it? I just butchered that name, but the Home Alone kid. And the hoodie said something to the effect of, "Where's Kevin?" With the, oh my God, the hands on the face of Home Alone. So he was trolling. So game one, he trolled Steph with the Del Curry jersey. Game two, he decided to troll KD with the hoodie that asked, "Where's Kevin?" And then this guy right here, TT Heads or gal, he or she is saying, did you notice that Drake changed sweaters at halftime? I did not notice that. Thank you for bringing that up because I'm going to try and double check and see if he did, just to, do my research. But assuming that he did, that would be a great thing to ask Draymond or KD in Tuesday's practice. Thank you. You see, this is why I do what I do. It's these little fun tidbits that really cannot be accomplished any other way. All right, so that's a to-do item for me besides the ask Steph Curry about his 4 to-go boxes thing that I've been on for the last God knows how many videos or live streams. Okay, I'm looking at my timeline. I didn't know this because I was busy filming from the court. Boogie got the start. He was announced. I just wait until they announce these guys. And that's usually, a half an hour after the official roster has to be submitted. So I didn't know Boogie was starting. I thought Boogie would start game one. I was surprised by the Jordan Bell pick, but I think game one was the one that Kerr could play around with, and they did kind of play around with. I've discussed that at length. They took game one for granted, let's say. They try to win that game by hoping that the Raptors would lose that game. So anyways, but we're talking about game two. To see Boogie there going at it as a starter, all right, well, seemed like he was struggling a bit at first, but then kind of caught up to the speed of the game. And I'm going to now scroll through more. Man, Clay came out hot. Scored the Warriors' first 9 points. Kept them in it when all of their other shots looked, they didn't look like good shots. But Clay's actually might have rushed a couple, but man, he was zoned in. He said he was in kill mode the other day, and he was in kill mode tonight. But we'll get to that shortly. Okay, Clay was still hot from 3. Oh, another thing that happened tonight. Man, I'll try and save a post-game report where we're looking at video, behind-the-scenes video that I tweeted out. There's one from SportsCenter that has Obama with Drake, and Steve Kerr mentioned it in the pregame that Obama was in the building. And it was great because I didn't see this because I had to be in the media room during the game. It was just tough for me. You know, the Wi-Fi here just doesn't work very well, and I'm trying to do the live tweet, and the Ethernet cables, the routers, those aren't working. So, and I want to be not on the TV broadcast, which is about a minute and a half behind real time. You know, I don't want to hear the crowd from afar cheer and then a minute later find out what happened. So I'm on the Jumbotron feed, but I need to be in, space A over here, which is far from space B because the TV is over by B. I'm over here by A trying to be on the Ethernet. It's just a difficult situation, but so I didn't even know, that Obama met with Drake and where he was sitting, or the MVP chance that he got when he was shown on that Jumbotron. I didn't know that happened until I saw it on my timeline. All right, so let's push ahead. Another fun thing about this game, Obama was there. Draymond to Livingston with the dunk that tied it up late in the first quarter. Then it seemed like Steph was they said he was sick or something, and turned out later that he was dehydrated, they said. That's a little weird. But I think we'll just chalk it up as a bumps and bruises type injury or happenstance. I'm sure Steph would want us to think of it that way. And then so the latest was, when Steph coming back from the locker room, and then it's like, oh, he's back. Man, we were missing some shots early on. Got down by 11. Steph fouled Kawhi after he got wide open when Bogut tried to double. Went down by 12 at that point. And one of you guys, Dweezy, Morris_Dwayne, tweeted, Warriors are lucky it's not a 30-point deficit. They have made 9 shots so far. We got to the line. We got the Raptors in the penalty, but 9 made shots through almost 2 quarters. Then guess what happened? Marc Gasol sent a mean-ass pick on Andre Iguodala. And Iguodala went down in pain. So they had to call timeout, and he went to the locker room with Joe Lacob in tow. But good news is later on, I will fast forward here for you. Nick Friedel with the insider scoop. Iguodala told him that hit woke him up, actually. So I guess it was a good thing. I don't know. But then later, which we just tweeted, Boogie posted on his IG story. Man, I wonder if the guys are posting right now as I speak. We're going to have to catch up after this. And showed him in a wheelchair being wheeled over in the airport, and Andre behind him. And he posted the photos like, "You good, Andre?" So, man, I call these guys Gimp Squad. We're Gimp Squad right now. And I haven't even got to Clay yet, man. Clay. Oh my God. And Kevon. We are so crippled right now. Kevon Looney got a what looked like a bruised right shoulder at first, but then they diagnosed it as a sprained collarbone. How do you sprain a non-muscle? I don't even get that. And obviously you guys tweeted us and said, what the hell is that? I don't know. We're gonna have to find that out on Tuesday. All right, sorry YouTube people. The cuts out to the, at least I'll make it under the Jumbotron. Pretty nice red stuff. Man, Fred Van Vliet, that dude went off. He went off for quite some time, and suddenly we came back, cut it to 5. Steph with a layup near the end after Clay had some great defense, okay? So halftime, we're looking at a 5-point deficit, okay? Not too bad. But that's when Doris Burke said, hey, Kevon's got a sprained collarbone. That was great. I mean, I heard over and over, I should give you a little anecdote. So where I was sitting, right, remember, point A is where I'm sitting, point B way on the other side is the Jumbotron feed on the TV, but point C in a triangle setup, I have this on my phone that I need to post probably to Instagram, was Greg Papa and Gary St. Jean basically watching the TV feed. I don't like to watch the TV feed. Number one, I don't like to listen to Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy too much. All of that is just entertainment. It gets away from the game for me. It's just annoying. So it would be so funny to hear them react to plays like, oh, Draymond, what are you doing? Another turnover. Steph, you should have made that. Or what are you doing? Fun stuff. All right. He was wearing full Gucci. Haley Mills says that Drake was wearing full Gucci. All right. I don't know. We'll see. And then at that 10.5 mark, Warriors take the lead in the third quarter. Andre with a 3, assist by Boogie. They weren't covering Boogie. Like, he took the ball out and they weren't covering him, so he played point center, and then suddenly they covered him and then dish out to Andre. Seemed like the Raptors wanted to give Andre the 3 tonight. They did on the last play, as we will fast forward later. That's when we went on that 18-0 run. Man, that was some championship level defense, guys. And it was basically what? Steph, Clay, Draymond, Boogie, and Andre, right? But Alonzo got in there, McKinney. He got a nice dribble drive, stop, push up. Oh, man. Can't wait to go over the highlights on this. Actually, we don't have that many highlights of that one, but then couple Draymond to Bogut alley-oops, and then Quinn Cook, man. Clutch. Quinn Cook. I forgot to ask him, maybe somebody else asked him, because I got to his scrum a little bit later. The configuration of Scotiabank is so terrible. Like, it's terrible for media. It really is. The only thing good, I mean, there's always good and bad. So the bad part is that all the scrums are really, by the locker room, is just, it's impossible to get a good angle, and you're squeezed behind 27 cameramen. Forget it, you know. You can look at my video. It's not that great. The angle of it. I have the super mic here that helps me out, the Shure mic, but without that, geez, it'd be an embarrassment. So I didn't ask Quinn Cook, but I wanted to. It's like when he hit that second 3, turned around and Steph was right there to give him a side 5. What the hell? Steph wasn't even in the game. He was on the bench technically, and he went all the way over to more than half court. Right here. He went right here. Sort of near Drake. Oh my God. Hilarious. I want to ask Quinn, like, what was it like just all of a sudden bumping into Steph? Like, he's not even in the game. Hilarious. That was a play of the game, man. Play of the game. Then Steph comes in. And, oh look, I can do this simultaneously on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Man, Wardell hit a 3 from a ridiculous range. I called it from Brampton. That's Alessia Cara's hometown. That's a suburb in Toronto. Clay splashed, but oh God, we're getting to the point where Clay gets injured. Yeah, that was. Believe it or not, the lead was only 4 points. I think people were saying it was a dirty play. I don't know, guys. I need to check that. But at first glance, I thought it was like just Clay shooting the ball, and then the guy ran out and his foot got caught, and you thought it was the right foot, but now it turns out to be the hamstring, the left hamstring. It was just a really awkward way to land. So TT Heads asked me if the stream that I'm using has VPN. No VPN. It's straight up cellular. However, I have Sprint, so when I'm in Toronto, it roams on Rogers, but it should be working fine. But it doesn't even work on Wi-Fi, so explain that one to me. I hate Twitch. I mean, I love Twitch, but I hate it in terms of just the technology isn't there. Like Instagram's live stream is the best out there, and yet we all know that Instagram is all just for free. You can't make any money off of your work on Instagram. Quinn, man, he was cooking. But yeah, you know, I know these live streams are all just my face, but I hope to have all these highlights up. Man, it's a lot of work though, but we could do one just like that. We're getting different angles of it. I think Clay was upset by the closeout. In any case, Draymond to Bogut, alley-oop, timeout, Warriors up 12. Somehow they just pulled out the championship defense. And of course, with Draymond in there being playmaker like Magic Johnson, we have the ability to get it to Bogut like that. But one thing that Nick Nurse did for the Raptors was he put them in a box and one with Steph to try and shut down Steph. Later on, right after the game ended on, I guess, ESPN or whatever channel it was being shown on, sorry for my ignorance on that, I guess it was ABC or ESPN. ABC, it's a Sunday. Steph said it was a janky defense. And that's what it was. You never see box and one at the NBA level, but that's because Clay was out and KD. It was Quinn, Steph, Andre, Boogie, and Draymond. Way to go, Quinn. I told Quinn after, I said, man, thank you, bro, because you're making my pregame videos of you get clicks tonight. I hope you guys check that out, right? Doesn't he deserve more clicks from that? So go check it out. My pregame Quinn Cook stuff. Actually, for morning shoot around, I had him dancing around, so that was fun. And for the pregame, I had him doing the touchdowns with Jordan Bell. Check it out, because it went down to fourth down. They do first, second, third, and fourth down. Like Quinn had to make that corner three, otherwise well, I don't know what happens. Maybe it's a bet with JB. I don't know. Wouldn't be fair to JB though, because Quinn always makes those. Then Steph, man, almost got a clear path foul, but it was Van Vliet with too much arm hanging out there on the foul, and that was a weird play. I thought it was going to be clear path. Hey YouTube, this is the only way I can scroll my timeline and keep Twitch going on. And then let's see. Okay, so then Kawhi drives on Boogie, right? Boogie fouls him and one. I think it wasn't an and one, but 2 free throws anyway. But Boogie complains. All the beat writers thought that Boogie had picked up a tech, but it was Steph, because Steph threw the ball up like very high. Like I said, it was like doing one of his super scoops during the pregame warm-up. He just threw the ball very high, like for just out of exasperation, almost like for no reason, out of fun. But you don't do that in the middle of the NBA Finals with the ball potentially landing on a referee by accident. And I think that's kind of in the rule book. Like, you're not supposed to slam the ball down and take a big bounce. This is like the opposite of that, yet similar. And I thought it was a technical. So they gave him a technical, and all of a sudden the Warriors are only up by 5 again with 1 minute to play. So then Draymond drives, dishes the Boogie. I was right there. By then I had moved into the lower bowl because with under 3 minutes. That's why on Twitter we have no highlights under 3 minutes. Although later on I'll fill those in. But oh man, Draymond threw the ball away. Not catchable by Boogie. He thought it was deflected. They obviously did the review, and it was Raptors ball, just like that. And I did an Instagram of a picture that I took then, because I can't take video during a game, but you can take pictures. And it was like, that's a crucial play, down by 5 or up by 5, and my staff, Lizette over in Oracle, she had a credential for Oracle when they're having the watch party. Everybody there was just like, oh my God, on pins and needles. We have a video of that too that we'll post hopefully later if we don't get avalanched by too many other to-do items. But then Van Vliet, no good. Kawhi, no good. They got 2 more offensive rebounds, or was it 3? Oh wait, no. Danny Green hits a 3. And that cuts the lead to 2. 106-104 with seconds to go. But guess what? They want to get the ball out of Steph's hands, which makes a lot of sense. He dishes over to Andre over there. Left elbow, bam, let's go over here. Here we go. Here's the play. Man, I love it, man. This is why I'm a gym rat. I'm an arena rat. Go right over here. Here it is. Bam. Pass. Shoots. He scores. Game over. 5.9. That's when I tweeted. I was right over there in the corner. And people were exiting. That's the best feeling, when you go into an opposing arena and the fans start exiting. Oh, sorry, Drake. Did I just sit in your seat again? Oh, man. It's so much fun when we win. It sucks when we lose, because it's just, man, the journey, man. Enjoy the moment. And that's that. Post-game, I already told you about Jason Dumas's awesome video of Katie and Clay clowning Drake. I got a shot of Clay limping to the team bus. Then he comes back. And I don't know what for. Was it to get the food? Because they have to-go food, right? And then Boogie and Steph did their interview, and then they left. Like I said, up until then, the scrums outside the locker room with the secondary players like McKinney, Quinn, Cook, Bogut, difficult. You can look at the videos how difficult it was to do that. I went into the locker room to check and see, whatever. How's Steph? How's Clay looking? Only thing that happened was me telling Quinn, thanks for pushing up my views for the pregame videos. And KD walked out. I got some of KD for the social media, so that'll go on our behind the scenes portrait mode one. Hopefully, if I have enough energy to get to all of those. It's a pain because everything gets uploaded to iCloud, then I got to download it from iCloud, and that takes forever. But anyways, it's doable. I wonder if it's just better to do it on the laptop, throw it into iMovie, cut it, process it, and then crop it back to portrait mode, because everything's portrait mode on that. They're all like, 1 out of every 15 goes on Instagram, you know what I mean? That's how I play that game. But I digress. There was Katie walking out. So Boogie walks out after the Steph and Boogie group interview at the podium, them two. And Boogie goes up to his security guard and says, "What? I don't got no food." No bag of food for Boogie. So they had to, I guess they had to double back and get some food. So that's what I'm thinking. Clay suddenly realized, oh wait, I don't got any food. And so with that bad hamstring, he literally is near the team bus, doubles back to walk back. I don't know if it's for food or not, or maybe he wanted to just meet somebody. I don't know. Let's just say it's food for the heck of it. It's a funnier story. That's all I can remember, guys. Hey, we hit 3 viewers. That's what I wanted to do. My video is now 30 minutes long, so that's it. I'm cutting it short. I sat in Drake's seat. I replayed Andre's 3 by going onto the Scotiabank court. I think I have made it the full experience here. Thank you for joining me. Hit me up on any of the social media channels. I mean, you deserve to contact me if you can just figure it out. I'm not hard to find. Just LetsGoWarriors on every single social media outlet there might be. All right, guys, thanks. I'm going to end it now. Turn off the YouTube. Thank you, YouTubers. See you later.